Welcome to Shooby Dooby Doo-Wop, a podcast where we talk about pop music. We'll deep dive a randomly selected UK top 10 singles chart from the past. Move a step closer, some things are meant to be. What is right and what is wrong? To give you one smile, two smile, three smile, two princes who kneel before you. I'm James Cook.
And I'm Andy Robinson, and this week we are doing a deep dive into the randomly chose UK top 10 from the past, 27th of June 93. Now, your introduction, James, I'm guessing there's loads of lyrical... I don't know, there was, because I recognised a few of them. Loads of lyrical references. Nice work.
Yep, a few hints there to the songs that are going to be coming up. And of course, you could already know what songs are coming up because there is a Spotify and YouTube playlist of all the songs we are discussing.
Also, as people like to do at the beginning of the podcast, we've learnt is please rate, subscribe, follow, share, listen to, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm no good at doing that, Sal.
Listen to is like bare minimum, isn't it, really?
Well, I don't know these days. So, you know, we're doing that. In the UK charts for this time, 27th of June 1993, none of them are in the top 10, but there's records like What's Up for Non-Blondes, No Ordinary Love by Sade, Can You Forgive Her by the Pet Shop Boys, I Don't Want to Fight It by Tina Turner, and a very weird cover of West End Girls by East 17, which I'd forgotten all about.
But we're not discussing any of those either in this podcast or in our special bonus tracks episode where we will cover 6 songs in the chart that never got to be in the top 10. Including Sting, The Manics, Smashing Pumpkins, a Canadian glamour magazine, and Mr. Spock. You can join our Patreon community for free. The bonus track subscriptions cost less than £1 a month.
Around this time, 27th of June 1993, in the news at least, Bill Clinton was ordering cruise missile attacks on Iraqi intelligence. The Supreme Court just legalised same-sex marriages. It was a week that old Lorena Bobbitt chopped off her husband's knob. Do you remember that story? We all talked about that back in the day.
It gave comedians something to talk about for about 5 years afterwards, didn't it?
Now, let me ask you, what were you doing personally around the 27th of June 1993, to reiterate, James?
So I would be just coming up to my 16th birthday. I would have just done my GCSEs. But more importantly, I had appeared in a youth theatre production at the Alex Theatre in Birmingham. Joining that youth theatre and doing that kind of changed my life a little bit.
Okay, this is interesting. Go on.
Oh, well, I'd spent most of senior school.
Well, I say it's interesting.
All right,
it's interesting to me. No, I'm saying it's interesting to me.
No.
Do it! I'm saying it is interesting to me because I've got a similar story about me. Like we only do this a bit. Soon we'll be talking about where singers come in, the Masked Singer.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Yeah, we will.
And giving, let's face it, unasked for opinions.
Secondary school, where I hadn't really enjoyed it, was finished, and I was looking forward to going to college in the autumn. So it was a time of optimism for young 15-year-old me.
Cool, man.
What about you? Where were you? What were you doing?
James, I can remember, weirdly, you know, this podcast, we often have a little look back on our lives. I can remember exactly where I was and exactly what I was doing on the 27th of June 1993, which was a Sunday.
Go on, then.
I was at a Pizza Express in Crawley. No. That's just a reference to the royal formerly known as Prince. I'm being silly. I was at Glastonbury, right? You know me. I like to go to Glastonbury when I can. I was there as a punter. I'd done maybe 4 or 5 stand-up gigs before that. You know, just dipping my toe in for fun. When I walked past the tent at Glastonbury, they said there's a stand-up competition there. I thought, I've done 4 or 5 gigs, let's have a go at that. I managed to get on the list at the last minute because I said, someone's just dropped out, we're looking for someone great. I mean, this is a bit self-referential, this story, but nonetheless.
It's like a Hollywood movie so far.
Well, get this. And then I entered the competition. I won that little competition. The gig went great. They said, will you come back later and do a gig in the main stage at Glastonbury? Main comedy stage, not the pyramid.
Not the pyramid stage.
No. And,
Opening for Coldplay.
So I went skipping back there later. Did the gig. I was introduced by a comedian, Andy Smart. You remember?
Yeah.
R.I.P. Andy Smart. We should point out, James, we are comedians, so, you know. Don't worry, we're going to move on very shortly. But anyway, I did this gig. He introduced me. He's one of your own. He's only, he's just come to the festival. He's a punter. Went and did that gig. That went great. They gave me £100 afterwards.
Wow.
And then I was skipping around the festival thinking I've got 100 quid in my pocket. I hadn't paid to get in, as it turns out, because I'd got in on someone else's ticket. It was a marvellous, let's call it, as an introduction to show business. Well, let's just say it's all been downhill from there ever since.
And now look. And now look where we are.
Yeah, but a lovely memory to have, I have to say. And my apologies if you find that a little bit self-referential.
You, the star of Glastonbury 93, me, the 19th person on the cast list.
I was well below 19th on the bill at Glastonbury, let's say. So, let's not get... Anyway, got any stats?
All right, yes. We'll stop revealing things about ourselves.
I think it could be too boring, especially at the beginning. Come on.
All right.
I listened to, what's his name? Grimshaw's and Annie Mac's podcast the other day because I wanted to listen to how people do podcasts about pop news. First 10 minutes, James, they were discussing what they had for breakfast. And yes, that is a dig.
But we're talking about significant moments of our lives that is tied into what we're talking about. We're not just killing time.
All righty. Anyway.
Here's some stats. We've got 3 UK number ones in this top 10. There are 5 songs going up, 4 songs going down, and 1 non-mover for a total net movement of +1. There are 5 British artists, 2 Americans, 1 Swedish, 1 German, and 1 Jamaican. There are 2 songs made specifically for movie soundtracks, 3 that are also on movie soundtracks but weren't specifically made for them, 2 cover versions, and a remix.
Good stats. My belief are there are 10 songs about the complexities of love, all of them. They're mainly positive, although there are mention of princes, places, dreams, and there is 1 woman with no need for a family planning centre. Unbelievably, there seems to be no examples of key changes and no examples of self-reference, which is a bit disappointing.
I'm sorry to hear that, Andy. I know you look forward to those 2 things every week.
Yes.
Were any of these on at Glastonbury the year you went?
No, I just remember Lenny Kravitz. I loved it because I went with loads of people from Dudley. Let's call it cynical Dudleyites, God bless them. Lenny Kravitz was going, "Are you going to go my way?" And they were all there going, "Depends which way you're going to go, Len. I'm not really sure." I quite liked it.
Did you have any of these?
I bought none of these, although I did borrow some, I'm going to say later.
I bought 1 of them.
Cool.
Can't wait for you to find out which one that is. Anyway, let's go ahead now.
Number 10.
Down 2 places to number 10. It's In All the Right Places by Lisa Stansfield.
Let me tell you a little story about my emotional reaction to this week's top 10. I listened to it last week when you sent it, straight away after we finished the last one, James, as we always do. I was thinking, this is a bit of a chore. I listened to it once. It was a chore. I've had it on during the week. And then, last listen, half hour before you came round, I listened to this and I thought, I love this song.
The Stockholm Syndrome has kicked in.
Yeah, man. Interesting the fact that if you give the songs a chance to breathe, maybe. I was trying to relate to the charts this week because I was skipping around Glastonbury off my head. Andy Smart run, so I took a bit of acid there at Glastonbury once, right? And as I was sitting around, let's call it basking in my success, a lot of costumes at Glastonbury, so some people walked in dressed as fried eggs and baked beans and everything. Andy Smart saw my face and he said, "Don't worry, that they're dressed, they're costumes, you're not having a bad trip." I liked it anyway.
And that has what to do with Lisa Stansfield?
Nothing, absolutely nothing. We're talking about our lives and the time. Lisa Stansfield, this record was a real trip.
Nicely recovered. Do you remember which film this comes from?
Oh, I wrote it down because someone's mentioned it. Indecent Proposal.
Yes, Indecent Proposal. What do we know of that film?
We're doing a lot. If you're going where I think you're going, we're doing a lot of comedy-centric material this week.
It's probably too in.
Do it later.
All right, maybe we'll talk.
I like it. I was thinking of talking about it as well, but then I thought we can do it. He wouldn't mind.
Indecent Proposal, IMDb rating 6.0. How do you feel about this? This song was nominated for a Razzie. Do you know what the Razzies are?
Oh, that's something to do with the most a work of art that people like to take the piss out of.
Yeah, it's basically the opposite of the Oscars. Yeah. Every year they do like a reverse Oscars. And this was nominated for a Razzie for Worst Song. It didn't win. It lost to Adam's Family Whump.
What, the MC Hammer one?
No, a different one.
Okay, yeah.
Indecent Proposal was nominated for a whole bunch of Razzies. It won for Worst Picture, Worst Screenplay, and Worst Supporting Actor for Woody Harrelson.
Popular film, though. Hey, it might be time to bring in Niles Rodgers early. Just because you don't like something, if things are popular, Niles Rodgers says you have to get over that because of whatever's released. If enough people buy it to get it in the charts, it's a popular thing. I feel I might be mentioning Niles Rodgers a fair bit this week.
And it's not the worst song. I don't think it's even in the top 3 worst songs of 1993. Probably not in the top 3 worst songs we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, good point.
It's very long. That's what
It
I took
outstays
from
its welcome a little bit, doesn't it? Thanks for listening, by the way.
It's like 5 minutes long. And it's not really doing much with it. The most interesting part of it, I think, is in the chorus. There's a sort of James Bond chord.
It sounds like the James Bond theme because of the presence of John Barry on this record.
Yeah, 5-time Academy Award winner and now Razzie nominee John Barry did the music for it. And yeah, in the chorus, it goes into a bit of a James Bond, and then it quickly reverts back.
Let me see.
And I always feel like that's a shame.
All righty. Is it this bit you're referring to where I think the verse is pretty simple? It's a kind of a B minor, an F sharp, an E minor, an F sharp. Is it this bit where she goes, do, do, do,
Yes.
do, do? Yeah, the augmented. And then to the E major 7th, do, 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 do.
Yeah.
Lovely bit of melody. And that's a hook that drew me into it and kept me listening to it. For sure.
I like how that hook starts. I'm not too keen on how it ends.
Yeah.
I feel like it cops out.
Well, quite. I mean, this record, for me, personally, it's all right, isn't it? I found it. But, I mean, the John Barry thing, it sounds a bit to me like John Barry has listened to a younger John Barry and he's tried to sound like John Barry, but he hasn't got the skills and resources to pull it off, and it's kind of weird. It's John Barry light, isn't it? But, you know, production choices of 93, blah, 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 doesn't really matter. As Akim Zaman 8645 says on YouTube, that's a good thing about YouTube. One day you just stumble on a song that you used to listen to and think, fuck, that was a brilliant song. So, you know.
You say you watched the video. I also watched the video.
What did you make of it?
Well, it's Lisa Stansfield writhing around on a bed, seducing an invisible man.
Yes. Sometimes she rises above the bed and is floating in air in black and white.
It's almost like they've gone, the actor's not here yet, Lisa. Can you just pretend he is and we'll put him in later? And then they haven't put him in.
Yes, well, I mean, she looks in some kind of ecstasy, doesn't she? And I suppose the lyrics of the song about being touched in all the right places or whatever she's banging on about
What
is
are all the
kind
right places, Andy?
Well, I find Scarborough's very good in a cheap bed and breakfast. Any public toilet if I'm on my own. What do you think the right places are? Let me throw that question back on you.
Not a clue. Completely clueless.
From the film talk about Indecent Proposal and what we know about his comedians. He won't mind, will he? I love it about it, personally.
Okay, so Indecent Proposal came out in 1993. A comedian friend of ours wrote a joke about it.
Call him by his name because he's a great, great comedian.
Sean Percival
Yeah.
wrote a joke about Indecent Proposal. It's a good joke. And, you know, obviously, though, films like Indecent Proposal, they come and go. Sean is known for finding ways to get that joke relevant again by saying, you know, first of all, you know, Indecent Proposal has come out on video. Indecent Proposal is on TV. I saw the DVD in the bargain bin. Or, you know, Indecent Proposal is on Netflix. It's just constantly reinventing how he gets into the material so that he can still do the joke.
Yeah, I'm very fond of it. Did a new material night once and people sort of like taking the mick out of him, and then he just did that as a big fuck you to everybody, and I was proud of him.
Have you seen the movie Indecent Proposal?
I did see it at the time, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What are your memories of that?
Oh, you know, a little bit bored, a little bit kind of glossy, stylish. As Sean Percival says, £1 million to sleep with your wife, that's a fucking brilliant offer. You know, so yeah, I didn't get into it. I thought it was... And misogynistic, I'm going to say, you know.
Yeah, very of its time.
Yeah.
It was that kind of early 90s mainstream Hollywood does erotic thrillers that gave us also, you know, Basic Instinct. And another film that we might talk about a little bit later in this podcast.
It wasn't a great film, and, you know, James, I go around the world trying to see films sometimes, and I can't find a good one.
That's a shame. Speaking of which, song written by Lisa Stansfield and her future husband, Ian Devaney, and Andy Morris with music by John Barry. There's a couple of lyrics I want to draw your attention to.
Please.
End of the first verse. I'd gladly give my all and all.
Yeah,
Do you hear that?
I'm glad I forgot all about that. Yeah.
It's like a proper bit of
Midlands talk.
Midlands working class slang there.
I'll give me all and all. Yeah, nice spot.
Also, the refrain of the chorus, I swear I love you. Do we believe that?
What do you mean?
Someone's having to swear it.
I get ya.
I put my hand on the Bible and say I love you.
I suppose what I'm talking about, revisiting the songs, I vaguely remembered it. I found bits of joy in it, you know, but it was Hey, it's number 10 in 1993. Somebody liked it.
Number 9.
Down 5 to number 9, a former number 1, it's Ace of Base with All That She Wants.
The third biggest selling single of the year in the UK in 1993. It was a huge hit, this. They came out of nowhere and then top of the charts, hung around for ages, and everyone was wondering, what's it about? All That She Wants is Another Baby. Is this a sort of right-wing song about single mothers and, having babies so that they can get the benefits, which I seem to remember in the early 90s the Conservative government was banging on about quite a lot. It isn't. That's not what it means.
Have you looked into, at the time, I've loved it this week. Let's put that out there. At the time, I liked it because it was catchy enough, wasn't it? And the line, All That She Wants is Another Baby, was certainly grabbed your ear and pulled you into Top of the Pops or the radio or in a pub you heard it. So all that was all good. But this week I found it's a minimalist masterpiece in a way. Beautiful, so weird. There's good bits in it, so many hooks keep coming. I watched the video. Why I didn't give these two women more attention as a 24-year-old in 1993, I find quite confusing. All That She Wants is Another Baby it's an arresting line, isn't it? Was it being criticised or what? Being seen as some kind of a satire or something?
Well, people just didn't know. What, she wants another baby?
Yeah, it's weird line.
Why does she want another baby? But they mean another beau, a suitor.
Do they?
Yes, that is what it means. You have to remember.
That's disappointing.
They're writing it in a second language. There's also that line
Have
about...
they said that? That's disappointing. I thought this whole song was about a woman. Do you remember when we did Man-Eater?
Yeah.
Darryl Hall and John Oates, and it was a song about a woman, and as you pointed out...
It's a song about New York.
City, wasn't it? So I was thinking maybe this All That She Wants could be about maybe that type of metaphor, but I really like the idea. I'm a bit disappointed to find out that she just wants another baby, another boyfriend, another beau. That's a shame.
Yeah, they're writing in their second language. You've got to bear that in mind. It's like there's a line in it about it's a day for catching tan, which is not an English phrase, but clearly a sort of translation of a Swedish one.
I get ya. All right then. Well, that's happened.
Have I ruined it? I'm sorry to ruin.
No.
Sorry to ruin your life with facts.
Beautifully. That's what I love about Bob Dylan. He would never explain what his song's about. He just lets you do it. So I'm going to continue with the fact that this Ace of Base is about a woman who wants another child because I think it's a better song if you think that.
But the rest of it doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it does.
If you think it means that.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Let's
Right.
look at it.
Getting lyrics out.
It's always bad when we have to get the lyrics out. Before you do, James, I'm going to do a bit of music while you're Googling. So beautiful this is. So that she's going C sharp minor. He lives a lonely life. Whatever that is, yeah? C sharp minor. He lives a lonely life. And at some point it goes into a major, which I like. So catchy. I like that bit when she goes... she's a hunter, you're the far... That weird harmony that comes in from one of them. Go on then, you explain to me.
When she woke up late in the morning light, right, so she woke up late. If she's got a baby, she's not waking up late, is she? She's up every 3 hours feeding it.
It's
not a day for work, it's a day for catching tan, just lying on the beach and having fun. Things you can't do if you've got a baby, let alone wanting another one.
What a strange, almost prescriptive view of motherhood.
Yeah.
What if the baby was a late
What do you mean
sleeper?
realistic view of...
Go on, carry on. I'm still not convinced.
Well, those famous babies that sleeps in.
Maybe it's
and likes going to the beach.
She's an irresponsible woman who's gave baby too much Calpol the night before about that idea. Go on, I'm right into it.
All right, fair enough. It's a night for passion. You can't have a night for passion. You've got to go settle the baby, put the baby down. They got the baby monitor on. It's crying coming through.
James,
Passion killer.
Are you not aware of the world of, let's call it, in your closeted view, in casual hookups, that someone might be out going back to flat, maybe the mother or a parent is looking after the baby, and people have sex while babies are sleeping in rooms, and mothers do. They're not all living a nice life, not on the beach. What do you make of that?
You can't just go, she's got a baby. Nowhere does it say she's got a baby, by the way. It's just with her parents. They're looking after her so she can be a right strumpet across town.
It's a unique banger. That's all I can say. All right, then, go on. I've read on YouTube comments, a lot of people have got into it recently because of TikTok and Polish radio. There are a lot of Poles there saying, I'm playing this a lot on the radio
Has
lately.
it just reached Poland?
Yeah, maybe.
Is that what's happened?
Maybe.
The 32-year lag. What do you know of Ace of Base?
Very little, apart from I should have paid them more attention at the time.
They had a couple of big hits, didn't they? They had The Sign and they had Don't Turn Around.
Yeah.
But this was like their first hit. They are 4 Swedish people. The 2 sisters, who are the singists. There's Lynn, who does the main vocal.
Oh, we should start using singist.
Yeah, and Jenny, who's doing backup vocals on this.
Sorry, Lynn and Jenny.
Yeah.
2 of my mum's friends
Yeah.
again.
Sack Lynn for being disloyal. They both used to sing in sort of church choirs, and their brother Jonas, who's in the band, he co-writes this song with the other bloke, Ulf. And, you know, it's a Swedish band, 2 women, 2 men. You're thinking, well, there's a legacy there.
For sure.
And really, they should have named themselves after the first letters of their names, which would be Julge.
George.
Really, Ace of Base should be called Julge.
Maybe could be rather than should be, but it's
No,
certainly
should be. We must have order.
I mean, what I like about the vocals from, what are they called again? Lynn and who?
Lynn and Jenny.
Lynn and Jenny, God bless them.
Your aunts.
Is they're so human. They're not auto-tuned. They're not processed. It sounds pretty raw, which I didn't perceive at the time. Because it's, let's call it, it's a confectionery rapping.
Well, since Ace of Base's sort of imperial phase, Lynn has kind of retreated from public life completely. And
Good idea.
Jenny tried to be Denmark's entry to the Eurovision Song Contest in 2011, but that didn't work out for her. Do you know how Ace of Base got signed?
Please tell me.
It's all to do with a faulty tape player.
Go on.
Basically, the story is, and who knows if this is a myth or not, they sent their demo to the Swedish producer Dennis Pop, and he listened to the song, and he was like, I don't like it, and so I'm not going to produce it. But unfortunately, the tape deck in his car broke, and he couldn't get the tape out. So that was the only tape he had in his car for ages, and he just kept listening to it until he loved it. He changed his mind.
Well, okay, this is a little bit like what we've been discussing, certainly to my reaction to this week's Top 10. I didn't like it, but I just kept putting it on. Grew to love this song this week.
Well, you notice all the different hooks. As you said, there's so many hooks. So many hooks.
Oh, that she wants. I'd forgotten about the whisper. Yeah.
Or the whistling. Yeah, which in the video is accompanied by someone playing the clarinet.
Yeah.
You go, who are you trying to kid there? It's clearly not a clarinet.
You know, a lovely bit of keyboard hooks, which I won't demonstrate here. Go and listen to it on Spotify on our attached playlist. We like to remind people of that periodically. You never know. You're either going to remember it and think, I love this, or you never know, might even get a new discovery, yeah?
Number 8.
Down 3 places to number 8. This is the one I bought. It's Two Princes by the Spin Doctors.
This is the one I borrowed. It's Two Princes by the Spin Doctors, okay.
Grammy-nominated song, and also voted the 21st worst song of all time by Blender magazine.
You chumps at Blender, you have no ears, no clue what's going on, and are terrible, terrible snobs.
So in 93, I was mainly listening to things like Nirvana and Pearl Jam. And this kind of was a slightly poppier version, wasn't it? Because it's guitar-based.
Let me just remind people, if you can't place it for some weird reason, it essentially goes like this.
Which is kind of sanitised version of Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Okay, yeah. It is D, B minor, A and G. Now, this is interesting, James, if we're going to get into the structure of the song. I mean, there's a little bit as well. Let me grab that back. It's not just that. It's got that little bit. Marry me, I'm the one that love copyright free. I know what a prince and love ought to be.
What is that line?
I know what a prince and lover ought to be.
That's not what I thought it was.
What do you think
I
it was?
misheard lyric. I thought it was, I know that a prince in love is hard to beat.
Why not? I mean, in some ways, that's a better lyric.
It is, isn't it? In your face, Spin Doctors.
We shouldn't do that. We shouldn't say our lyrics are better than theirs.
But mine are.
In this case, in your face, Spin Doctors. James has only gone and done it.
I tell you where I fall down.
Yeah.
My beard isn't big enough. I don't have one of those Peruvian-style woolly hats and a big coat like the singer does.
All right, then, let me get into this. I've got a lot to say about this band, would you believe? Because that chord change that we're saying, D, B minor, A, G. In my naivety, I thought, what I'll do is I'll just think of loads of songs that have got that chord change because it seems so standard. And yet, James, I can't think of any songs. Now, the Spin Doctors kind of invented that chord change, so why not email us in to Shooby Podcast. What's it? ShoobyPodcast@gmail.com, I remember. If you can think of a song that is essentially those chords. There must be. Yeah, this week I've been thinking they can't have been the only people to do that chord change.
Well, in the entire history of rock and roll, no one's done that chord sequence.
You know what I do sometimes, if I recognise for this podcast, if I recognise a chord change, I just strum it a bit and start singing other songs. They come to you. Not one's come to me this week, and it's been driving me absolutely. Well, you know.
Well done to singer and songwriter Chris Barron. He's been in a couple of other bands. Do you want to know what other bands he's been in?
Please, please, please.
He's been in a band called Dead Alcoholics with Boners.
Good name. Good name.
And a band called The Fun Bunnies.
Okay.
And when he was in a band called The Canoes in 2012, he took part in the Norwegian selection for the Eurovision Song Contest.
Really?
But didn't get through. So he has that in common with Jenny from Ace of Base.
I like it when we get little connections. Me personally, James, with Spin Doctors, a friend of mine gave me a cassette I'd say about a year before this single hit the charts. And he said, "You like music, don't you?" I was like, yeah. He went, "Have this cassette, I'm not bothered about it."
This cassette has got music on it,
yeah.
brackets general.
He said you might like it. As it turns out, it was the album Pocket Full of Kryptonite by the Spin Doctors. Now, I didn't like it that much. However, I loved this song on it. I loved one called, what's it called? Jimmy Olsen's Blues.
Which was a single as well.
Yes, I love Little Miss Can't Be Wrong. So there were 3, maybe 4 songs on it that I just thought were great. So I was kind of into them. Not the rest of the album so much because it's a little bit stoner rock and whatever. Fine.
Well, because the album came out in 91, so 2 years before this single comes out in the UK.
I felt like I had it in 91 because my friend didn't want it, and you know he was basically doing a house clear out early. Fair enough.
So it took a while for this song to.
So I'd known it
hit.
2 years, yeah. And I'd gone to see them before this.
You liked them before they were popular, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I am one of them. I went to see him at Edward's Number 8. Now, this made me think this week, James, while we were on let's call it a self-referential voyage of comedian talk and bringing in God knows who. But I went to see him at Edward's Number 8. Now, there were about 15 people there, this gig. Chris Barron, he came out with his big beard and stinking of weed. And he kind of went, he said, "Hey, I know there's not many people here, but you can still have a killer gig, yeah?" And we all went, yeah, great. And it was a good gig. And what I've realised is over the last 30 years, I've played lots of rooms as a comedian that are ill-attended. And I've sort of stolen that phrase from him. I remember only 2 weeks ago, I was going, "There's not many people here, but we can have a killer gig still." And so in some ways, I've been covering the Spin Doctors for 30 years. It's nice. It's nice to remember where that came from if you're being self-referential, which of course we are a little bit.
Spin Doctors are still going. They get an album coming out in 2025. It's not called A Pocket Full of Kryptonite. It is called A Face Full of Cake.
On YouTube comments, Keystone Finance says...
Keystone Finance?
That's what they call themselves.
Well, like a company has posted.
He says, "I saw a gig at a college with the Spin Doctors. My roommate was later approached about asking where he could score some pot." They're a stoner band, like I say, you know. And you can hear that in certainly some of the album tracks. One about Radiator, I remember, goes on for years. I happened to know for a short while in my life, I happened to know the woman Little Miss Can't Be Wrong wrote about. That was good. God bless her.
Really? Or is that a joke about a previous relationship?
No, when I was in the States a little bit, James, doing my, let's call it life of love.
Yeah.
But she was one of my partner's friends, best friend. And that's what she said. I'm not naming names.
So she said... The song Little Miss Can't Be Wrong is about me.
She said that Chris Barron had said that song Little Miss Can't Be Wrong is about you.
And if she can't be wrong, therefore it must be right.
If you know anybody who's inspired the song, why not email us in to shoobypodcast@gmail.com and we could maybe do a show all about that. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? I'd like to be amused for somebody, James.
I'm not doing it.
Hey, I'm going to give a little shout out. While we're talking about all the chords and the B minor, A, G and all that, there's a little drum roll at the beginning. I mean, you recognise the song from that drum roll, don't you? Nice.
Yeah. Whenever you hear the first 2 seconds of a song and you go, "Oh, I know that straight away." That's good songwriting, isn't it? That's good pop.
Yeah. And a little shout out, of course, for the scatting. whatever he sings. I mean, maybe that could be a new feature, rather, because there's no key changes or self-reference. There is bits of scatting. I'm writing that down. That's going to be one of my stats.
Number 7.
Up 2 places to number 7. It's One Night in Heaven by M People. Again, James, this week, I've put this on. I saw it on the playlist. I thought, I don't like M People. I didn't like them. I listened to it the first time this week. I thought, I remember this. Now, an hour before you come around, I am sashaying around my flat, having a great time to it. It's worked its way in this week.
It's a glorious bit of upbeat pop, isn't it?
Isn't it?
It's so evocative of the early 90s as well, all the production.
They were popular in the early 90s. They were always around. A bit like the kid in The Sixth Sense. I used to see M People all the time.
They were massive. Well, you know the album that this is from, Elegant Slumming?
I remember it. They were all on the sofa in a minimalist white setting on the front, I remember.
Famously, what did the album do?
I don't know.
Won the Mercury Music Prize.
Oh, yeah.
Beating Park Life, His and Hers, and Music for the Jilted Generation.
And the music snobs were angry and immediately started dismissing the Mercury Prize. And the Mercury Prize, because they are the way they are, started kowtowing and thinking, we can't have anything that's ever popular ever again. Let's just be slightly elitist. Good for all the artists, though, I guess. I hate the Mercury Prize.
Well, that's you never winning. My memories of this song is the first time I saw Harry Hill on TV, which would have been about this time. He would occasionally just go, one night, while he was doing his act.
I'm delighted you brought this up. Around this time, as I mentioned, I was starting doing stand-up gigs. I saw him at the Buzz Club in Chorlton, Harry Hill, working out some new material, and he kept singing "Moving On" up in between jokes. And there's something so right about Harry Hill singing M People.
Particularly in the Buzz Club, which is in Manchester. And some people say that M People is called M People because the M stands for Manchester.
Okay, cool. Back in the day, I would have thought mediocre, but I'm changing it this week. Yeah.
Some people also say it stands for Mike.
Okay.
Mike People because of Mike Pickering, former Hacienda Club DJ and employee of Factory Records, who is in M People and was kind of the founder of it.
I remember him on YouTube. Graham Hogg says, my friend sold M People a bag of ecstasy tabs in the mid-90s after a gig, so I like it. It was a little link to the Spin Doctors, all these pop stars doing a gig and then looking for drugs after.
Allegedly.
Heather Small, at the time, I was not so bothered about her. Watched the video this week, listened to this record. I'm thinking, why did I think you were great? She's got such a distinctive voice. She's beautiful, if that's your thing as well, you know. And there she is being absolutely immense on this record.
There were lots of records around in the early 90s, weren't there, that were sort of dance pop with a female singer, but none of them had the unique voice that Heather Small has got.
She had a little bit of misogyny and racism back in the day, I'm going to say, with, criticisms.
Heather Small came 9th on Strictly in 2008, behind Rachel Stevens and John Sargent, but ahead of Phil Daniels and Gary Rhodes. So once again, M People beats Parklife. She was Chandelier on The Masked Singer in 2022, and scandalously came last behind Gloria Hunniford and Michael Owen and eventual winner Natalie Imbruglia.
We're talking about Heather Small, her beautiful, unique, distinct. Came last after.
Came last in The Masked Singer.
Go through the people again, just because I was a bit amazed.
I haven't written down all of them.
No, just ones you mentioned.
Gloria Hunniford.
Right, I mean, imagine you were Heather Small. You're in your dressing room. There you are, thinking, what am I doing with my life doing The Masked Singer? She probably thought it was a bit of fun.
Well, yeah, that's all that show is. It's not the Mercury Music Prize, is it?
It's better than the Mercury Music Prize.
Mercury Music Prize.
Do it.
There's $1 million idea. We're not going to tell you who the albums are by. They're all going to be in weird costumes. Heather Small's son, James, is a member of the London Assembly.
Cool. What's that, a big choir? Church choir?
No, the governing body of London.
Never heard of it. Don't care.
Never heard of London. No.
I'm doing a Jess Phillips. She does that sometimes. I liked it once. She was on Question Time, and I admire Jess Phillips. But at some point, someone was talking about Manchester, and then she was go, "Well, I don't know about Manchester because I'm Birmingham." And then whoever it was, Ian Hislop went, "You have heard of Manchester."
So the other people in M People are Paul Hurd and Shovel, the drummer from M People, who was always looks like a bit of a laugh, and he was showing up on panel shows and things like that, wasn't he? In the 90s?
Was on Nevermind the Buzzcocks, which I have banged on about in the past. I used to do the warm up for, so I kind of met him. If standing in the same room and listening to somebody talk is meeting somebody,
isn't it? Did you watch the video?
I did watch it. They're all around some holiday home, aren't they? Having a nice time.
Yeah. Like, nice work if you can get it. Yeah. It's Heather Small doing a great performance, and the other three doing dad dancing behind her.
Yes, nothing wrong with that. There was a comment, James, on the YouTube that says, this, only one, to be fair, most people saying this is great, and this was my mum's favourite song, and she's dead now. You know the score on YouTube quite often. But someone pointed out this sounds like Linda Carr and the Love Squad Highwire. I skipped over to Linda Carr and the Love Squad singing Highwire. I mean, it's very similar.
It's incredibly similar, isn't it?
Yeah. But,
it's like a Northern Soul classic, isn't it?
It's all in the beautiful, beautiful chords. Let me go through this a little bit if I can. So they're going, and people are kind of going, one night in, and then...
Hang on, is that the Spin Doctors? Oh, no.
Nearly. Would be nice if the Spin Doctors turned up, wouldn't it? What I love about it is a little borrowed chord, so they're going doo-doo, G, and then A minor, and then a lovely little heaven. I think that chord does so much of the heavy lifting. It's out of the key a little bit, little borrowed chord, blah, 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 but great. And they'll say the Highwire song. I mean, even the One Night, isn't it? So they're going, Highwire, so it sounds like One Night. I believe M people absolutely nicked it, absolutely used it as a thing. But, it was only a few weeks ago, James, we were discussing the Jam and Start, and we were saying that it's fine, innit, to nick Taxman. So, did they get any credits, whoever wrote Highwire?
Nope.
No, because you can't copyright a chord sequence, which I am just pointing out to anybody listening to this programme when I play chords badly.
Number 6.
Up 5 places to number 6. I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor, brackets, Phil Kelsey remix.
We've never discussed I Will Survive yet, so what do we do? Lean into the Gloria Gaynor version or lean into the notion of a remix, I suppose?
Yeah, we got to talk about this version because this is the one that hit the charts in 93. It's basically a Handbag House version of I Will Survive.
It sounds a little bit like M People have to say that house piano. It hasn't got the beautiful squelchy noises that M People had. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how I felt about this song this week. I like I Will Survive. I like it basically if anybody does it, But for some reason, this remix was not lighting my fire.
All the good things about this remix, I think, are the things that are on the original recording. So it's the vocal, and the other element that he's kept are the strings. That strings riff shows up in a couple of other pop songs, doesn't it?
Robbie Williams being one.
Yep, Love Supreme.
Go on, what's the other one?
The other one is I Love to Hate You by Erasure.
Oh, really?
They use the same strings thing. And it's an iconic bit of an iconic song. In fact, the Library of Congress has deemed Gloria Gaynor's original recording to be culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant.
I would agree.
They have not commented on the Phil Kelsey remix. Their silence speaks volumes.
And yet, in so many ways, it must have spoke, not only speaking volumes, it sold volumes, didn't it? Here it is, number whatever it is in the charts. Maybe people didn't know that song before. It's very 1993, I'm going to say, with its aesthetic choices. You can't ignore the great song at the heart of it, though. We're just being a little bit like, we know the other version. Hey, we know the original. Hey, we like the version by Cake, yeah? It's a pop song, isn't it? And a good one. But for me, I am listening to it thinking... almost like the old Bullseye, Jim Bowen game show host of Look What You Could Have Won.
Yeah, like the original has like timeless quality, whereas this feels very dated, even though it came out 14 years afterwards.
Yep.
And you just think, well, no one's really playing this now, because why wouldn't you just play the original?
I agree. So, while we're talking about it, James,
hello.
Gloria Gaynor...
Hello, something's happening.
Gloria Gaynor is talking about surviving, we know it, but why don't we go to brainyquote.com and see what other pop stars are talking about survival? Yeah?
Yeah.
You got to guess them.
Okay. Are they all going to be pop stars?
I haven't looked at it. That's the thing I meant to look at, but I was too busy thinking of Prince Andrew jokes as it turns out. All right, then. Here's one to you. He's a pop star of kinds.
Will I know who this person is?
100%.
And will I be reasonably able to guess it from the quote?
No.
Okay.
So the quote is, success is survival. So
that's the quote?
Yeah. Short and succinct and to the point, unlike some of his songs.
All right, so someone who's known for being sort of long-winded.
First of all, what do you think of the quote here? We are talking about us scraping a living So he's saying just to survive is some
Is he?
point of
Success is survival. Isn't he saying that you have to be successful to survive?
Oh, okay. Good
Or is he
point.
saying that to survive is just surviving is success? Because I'd say just surviving is bare minimum.
Would you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, well done, but also, come on.
So let's say if you and Leonard Cohen are in a bar,
Oh, is this Leonard Cohen, is it? Yeah.
you'd have an argument about this.
Well, out of the two of us, one of us has survived. But arguably, the other one has had more success, so
Yeah, right.
who's the real survivor?
All right, then.
Me. I'm the one who's alive.
This is not a pop star, but it's certainly someone who hangs around with pop stars and has appeared on some records.
John Prescott.
You got it? I mean, who'd have thought it? All right, here's another one. Who said escapism is survival to me? Now, this is someone...
Oh, that'll be one of the Chuckle Brothers. And the other one says, escapism is survival to you.
Amber Heard would not be chuckling at him, let me say that. It was fucking Johnny Depp.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying Amber Heard was the...
No.
It was Johnny Depp. All right, okay. I'm sorry.
It's all right. All right, then. Now, this is a pop star, also someone who's considered a true artist. At this crucial time in our lives, when everything is so desperate, when every day is a matter of survival, I don't think you can help but be involved. Hey, get involved on our Patreon and subscribe, all that blah, blah, blah.
So this is a person talking about getting involved.
Yeah.
So it must be like some kind of activist pop star, maybe?
I think she had a lot of activism.
she?
Oh my God, I've spoiled it.
She, hey?
Yeah,
So I was
yeah.
going to go for Bono, so now I'm going to have to go for Bono in a dress.
It's Nina Simone, and she'll be furious with you. Let's do one more and get out of Dodge. Which kind of pop star said, am I a trance medium? No. Have I got a gift physically? Absolutely not. But I believe in the survival of consciousness after death.
They sound like a laugh. A trance medium.
Am I a trance medium? He's not a trance medium. He's a
tran-
trance large.
Yeah.
He was part of a double act. He wore glass.
Chuckle Brothers.
It was the Chuckle Brothers. If Dan Aykroyd was one of the Chuckle Brothers, it may be. I wish the Chuckle Brothers had done a version of Blues Brothers. It would have been good.
The Chuckle Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
I need you to me to you. I got some stuff about Gloria Gaynor.
Oh, please.
She's still the credited artist on this song. Born Gloria Fowles. It's a good job she changed it, really. She was Mermaid on the US Masked Singer in 2022. She finished 14th out of 24.
Oh, man.
That's too many Masked Singers.
I wonder who beat her.
She was beat by Wilson Phillips, all of them.
Fair enough.
Ray Parker Jr.
Fair enough, Matt, arguably.
George Clinton. What's he doing on there?
I like it, though.
And Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
But she did finish ahead of Montel Jordan, Eric Idle, and William Shatner.
Maybe Gloria should ring up Heather and they can have a good chat about their Masked Singer experience.
In part 2 of this week's Shooby Dooby Doo-Wop, we'll be continuing our look at the top 10 from the 27th of June 1993, including a delve into the pop toolbox, British reggae legends titting around in a corridor, some German Europop, and oh my god, not Rod Stewart. Here's what that sounds like. Yeah.
I mean, it would seem to be about a request for a sexual teasing rather than just pull my ears a little bit all the time. Tell me that I'm shit at football. Ooh.
And you're thinking, what a charmer. That's probably the worst thing he's ever done. Nope. I mean, he's
Hard
not
work.
classically handsome, but at least he's grumpy.
As always, you can check out our Spotify and YouTube playlists and let us know your thoughts at the ShoobyPodcast@gmail.com. And for the songs that aren't in the top 10, join our Patreon community and become a subscriber. Thank you so much for listening. Please rate, review, share, follow. And while you're writing a review, don't forget to Shooby Dooby Doo Wop.
Bop bop shoe up.